Hi, I'm Sebastian Taylor with Ozone Technologies, and we're going to show you today the unboxing of the Raivin platform and how to pair it with a Ouster LIDAR system to automate the ground truth generation. So first, we'll take a look at the Raivin, what's in the box, and then we'll show how to install it with our mounting kit. So to start, we've got our Raivin platform here in the box that it comes in. So it's a hardened box, whoops. And inside you've got the Raivin platform, the LiDAR mounting kit, little flashlight. The power and Ethernet cables are on the bottom here. And then below the Raivin itself is the box containing the AC adapter connectors for international power connections and GPS antennas. So this is the kit. This bracket here is used for pairing the Raivin with the Ouster. So this is a Ouster OS1-64 line LiDAR. We'll be pairing it by mounting the Raivin on top of this. We've pre-installed these magnetic mounts so that we can stick it onto a vehicle, but this can be bolted on to machinery or however you want that mounted. So we'll show how the kit is mounted on top, and then we'll take it outside and collect some data. Okay, so now we've got the pieces we need to mount the Raivin onto the Ouster LiDAR. We've got a 2.5 and 3 millimeter hex screwdriver and one Phillips. We've got the screws in the little kit that comes with the Raivin, the mounting plate, of course the Raivin, and then this Ouster. It's a OS1-64, support other Ouster devices, but this is the one we're using today. We've pre-mounted these magnetic feet onto it because we're going to be attaching it onto a truck outside, but this can also be bolted onto the machinery however you want to mount it. We've also attached the cabling here. So this includes the standard Ouster breakout box that provides the Ethernet and power through the cable to the Ouster here. And we've paired it with an additional Ethernet and power, which will be powering on the Raivin. We've paired them together with zip ties. It's convenient for us because we're putting the cables on and off a lot on these vehicles, but for more permanent solutions, you can put it through a wire guide or whatever you prefer. So with that, we'll now mount these two together. So to start, we need to take the top plate off, the heatsink here, off the Ouster, and then we'll put it back on with longer screws and pair it with the bottom of our mounting bracket here. So we start with the 2 millimeter hex. Get the little screws on the top. Okay, and then with that, the top will just slip off. We can put these screws aside. We won't need them again for this. Once the plate comes off, you'll see the Ouster product number and logo on the top here. This should face with the bottom of the text towards the rear connector, and that's how we'll pair it with the mounting adapter. So first, the mounting adapter is 2 pieces. They come assembled. So we'll now switch to the 2.5 millimeter hex, and we'll take these screws out. There we go. And then with that, the 2 sides separate. Now this piece has been machined to pair nicely with the fins on the top of the heatsink. So by mounting it on top, and we align it so that the screw holes go all the way through, we'll now be able to mount it back on top of the Ouster here. So once this slips on, you'll see once in the correct position, it'll kind of lock into place here so it doesn't rotate. And now we can use the longer top screws that are provided in the kit. So with these screws, we'll be using the Phillips screwdriver. So now this is mounted over the Ouster. We'll now be mounting the top part of the adapter to the bottom of the Raivin. Now the Raivin has a number of mounting bolts, which we can take various RAM ball mounts, or in this case, this special adapter. Now you'll notice the adapter has a bevel on one side, and this is just to make it more convenient when accessing the connectors on the rear end. So when you mount it, you want that angled piece to be facing towards the rear of the Raivin. If you get it wrong, it's not a big deal, it'll just be a little bit tighter. So we align it with the screw holes, and then we've got the screws for mounting the RAM mounts included, and these use the 3mm hex. Snug. And now with that, we've got this mounted with the clearance to access the connectors. We just slip it on to the plate here, and then reinsert the screws that came with the kit back on the side. Put that aside and go back to our 2.5mm hex. And there we go. That's all that's required to mount the Raivin onto the Ouster using the provided adapter kit. Next, we'll go out and mount it with the magnetic mounts onto a truck. We'll use the power inverter in the truck to power this whole setup. We'll also have an Ethernet switch with a Wi-Fi access point so we can visualize the whole thing from an iPad. So watch the next video to see more on that. Thank you.